What's up, people? Sorry I'm late. I had issues with the computer. My computer's not running. I'm working off Wi-Fi instead of the hotline. Something happened to my computer while I was at New York Comic Con. My wife told me it crashed, but it's not crashed. It's something about the either the hotline or the Wi-Fi. So I'm working off the Wi-Fi. So hopefully the picture comes out good. I usually work off the hardline, which I get better service. So yeah, so I'm back home here at the Cat's Lair. This weekend was New York Comic Con, 4 days of madness. Had a great time. Didn't have time really to look around and shop as I usually do, but we were really, really busy. And I even picked up a little bit here and there, but a lot of the books that I picked up are also got signed and grading. So you're not going to see those here until whenever I get those back. So let's go into the chat to see who's here. GT Comics is always from Canada, giving the thumbs up, man. Heroes, you bought comics straight from New York. My brother, I just saw it. He was at New York Comic Con. What actually one row over? Got to hang out with him, talk to him for a little while. Picked up some books from his booth. My man Los Cruz says hello from New Mexico. What is going on? He says, "Uh-oh, yeah, I know. I'm just a little bit late. Audio visuals are good. Thank you. That's because there's no kids at home using the Wi-Fi and all the tablets. So uh, the Wi-Fi is good because nobody's using it. So later on, I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is gonna be a quick video. Not too much. I'm gonna talk about New York Comic Con. If you guys don't know, 4-day con. I worked out of Capnon's table. If you guys don't know, it's Capture Collectibles and Nomas Comics, Capnon together. They were in one place, pretty good section, all the way towards the right, booth 3801 and 3805 or 6, something like that. So had a lot of great time there. I had an awesome time because I actually had an exhibitor badge, so didn't have to wait outside online like I usually do with regular people when I go into con. So it was actually really, really nice to actually, when you get there, to actually walk inside and get to the booth and set up and relax before it gets started and look around. To walk around when there's nobody in there yet, just the vendors and everything. So you get to actually walk and see everything. The place is so big. It takes a while to know where everything exactly is because there's so many booths. People are asking where this booth is and where this booth is, and some I knew, some I didn't. It's just there was so that's how big the place was. If you guys didn't know, Artist Alley was downstairs, one floor down, right next to the celebrities alleyway. Then 2 rooms down at the basement. So we're on the main floor. Well, it's like really like the second floor. The main floor has like a split level. You take the escalator down, go to the basement, it's the Artist Alley, and you take the escalator up from the main floor to get to the upper floor. So that's how usually it is. So yeah, so it finally came, finally went. I could just tell you that I was exhausted every day. It was just very tiring. Get there early. Um, was it Thursday to Saturday? We closed at 7, and Sunday they closed at 5. But even at 5 o'clock, it was the pack down after that. Breaking down the setups and packing all the books, and yeah. So technically, after all that, it was like maybe, I don't know, like 7:30, 8 o'clock. The time we waited for the elevator to get down to the main floor, to everybody dragging their stuff down. So it was a long night the last night. But the con went well. Every booth had an exclusive which was amazing to me. It's like every major booth, and even uh a booth that was carrying it got some exclusives that was selling. So it was a lot of buying. I wish I would have had more time. So my haul is very, very small. So first, before I even get into the haul, I bumped into my boy CJ Comic Journey. They're gonna be doing a comic book eventually. So it's called the Shift Project. They also got these numbered already. This one's 33 out of 90. I got the pink one, day one. Um, it's basically, from what I was told, it's a story. All right, it's written a story, and then they're gonna have different artists that read the story, and they're gonna draw what, yeah, in their vision, what how the story should go from what they read. So you're gonna see different artists draw differently of what they predict how the story should go or how it should look. So I think it's a different new concept type thing, that, something new, which I think is pretty cool to see what, goes through artists' minds, what they think when they read a story, and how they draw it compared to other artists. Also, at the end, there will be a part where you want to draw something. It's coming soon. They're going to be on Instagram, limited edition, bootleg, Kickstarter. So I think this is something different, something cool to check out. You never know. Might be a hit, might be not. You don't know, but it's something different. Never heard of that. So before I get to the books, on my last day, we were next to Clayton Crane's booth, and he did me a favor. Well, I did him a favor, and he gave me something, and he gave me this nice, awesome print. This the book, I really wanted the book, but he was already sold out because I was too late to get it. But the book cover is exactly what this is, and he did sign it with a great, awesome signature color right there. So shout out to Clayton Crane. Thank you so much. Appreciate this. This is awesome. Wolverine series. I get a lot of Wolverine covers signed by him. You can see with the Venom in the claws. This is awesome. So yeah, he gave me this on the last day, really, like at the last day, at the end of the day. So I didn't get a chance to get a what you call a sleeve to put this in. So I got to get one. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Really love it though. I love this. Love this cover. So going with that theme, I went to, forgot which book. I think this was East Side Comics, if I believe. Picked this book up. I didn't have it. Again, back to the Wolverine, but with this one is with Wolverine with Carnage in the blades there. So as you can see, it was $60. This is, of course, the Virgin cover. I try to pick up a whole bunch, whenever I can. And like I said, if I would have had more time, I would have picked up a lot more books, a lot more that I needed. But the Wi-Fi was really bad in there for me to look up my list. It would just spin. It was really, really moving slow. Sometimes it wouldn't work at all with so many people in there. But I saw this. I know I probably don't have it. So eventually I probably will get this signed one day. So someday. So I got to give a shout out to my boy Mike at Forum Comics, who was working out of Unknown's booth with David Nakayama. My boy did me a solid. We met years ago. The funny thing is, we met years ago at MegaCon, and how we met was he won a free giveaway when I give a giveaway at the con where you have to pick it up personally at the con, like I did for New York. So at Florida MegaCon, I was going down and he won, and this was the first time I actually met him. And at that time, we were just two guys just going to cons and buying comics and everything. Since then, we've been more into comics, into cons. What's up, Brian? Good afternoon. So he now is the handler for David Nakayama. So he's been moving up, and then I've been moving up because now I work at Capnon at doing CGC witnessing. So we kind of meet up on a regular basis now. So we've been moving up in our own way. And so he gave me this awesome Wonder Woman black and gold cover. I don't know what to tell, man. I just love it. I mean, that's just, to me, it's just craziness. Wonder Woman's hot, black and gold. Couldn't go wrong. He gave it to me, So thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it. Everybody's going on. So I was at Spectral Comics, and you'll see this book again when I do the series where me and Jigs get together when we do the 3 titles of Amazing Spider-Man, Space Ghost, and Thundercats. So I picked this up there, and it is Space Ghost. I don't know what issue. I think it's issue number 1. Usually, and this is the metal cover. So usually the metal covers is supposed to come with a certificate, but this one didn't. I don't know. Some of them do, some of them don't. So I guess this might be Space Ghost number 1 or 4 or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But this is the metal cover. So I picked that up. So that's dope. The metal covers, I think, are the hardest ones to get. The metal covers are in Space Ghost and Thundercats. So I've been doing pretty good with the Thundercats metal covers. I have 1 through 7. So I got 1 through 7. They're one metal per number. And I believe this is my 2nd or 3rd Space Ghost metal cover. So got that. Pick that up. And I have a Transformer number 1. They gave this book out free when I picked up another book at the booth. So I can't go wrong with that. With a Transformer free book, might as well get it. You know, got that. That's a number 1 issue there, Image. So I did pick up for my second. He says, nice cover. I don't know any metal covers. Yeah. Jigs doesn't got any yet, but he's gonna have to if he wants to complete the series of Space Ghost and Thundercats, where I'm headed at in that category. Brian. So if you guys didn't know, Heroes Reborn is in the chat, and stopped by his booth. There was one over chit-chatting with him, and I went through his books, and I did pick up a couple. Probably one of the booths that I actually went shopping a lot. So I picked up Secret Wars number 3 out of 8 cover. I try to find these as much as I can. So I didn't have that book. And he did have a Scotty Young Wolverine variant. Gotta love it though. Wolverine with Deadpool on the cover. I mean, how badass is that? Number 2. If you actually read what they say, it says Deadpool says, "What's new about your new series?" Wolverine says, "Are you serious? Look at me. I got a new costume." Deadpool says, "That's not a new costume." Wolverine says, "It totally is new." Deadpool says, "Okay, but like it's not." Wolverine says, "Bub, look at it closer. There's more yellow here, less blue there, and there's new stripes on the knees thingies." Oh, Deadpool goes, "Oh yeah, okay, I hear you." Wolverine says, "Now you see it," and Deadpool says, "Nope, not new." So I thought that was pretty cool. Pick that up, and of course, my man Heroes Reborn, give me a little discount on that. But he did have these other books. Hold on, I'm gonna save these for the end. I'm gonna show you some more stuff that I had picked up. I did pick up this nice black and white Secret Invasions cover. Lenny Francis Yu cover art. This is a 3rd print sketch variant. If you guys don't know, I love picking up black and white covers, sketch books. I mean, the artwork on these books is just amazing. The detail, I mean, that's just awesome. Got that one. Let's make sure I think, yeah. Okay, so other books that I picked up, these are in great condition. I'm surprised he had this at a decent price. So thank you, Heroes. I picked up Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Number 8. Nice, great condition. I used to watch Scooby-Doo on television all the time. Was one of my greatest cartoons to watch. So you had that one. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Number 7. And Scooby-Doo, where are you? Number 11. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I believe it says here 1976. I believe it's 1976, I think. Right? Yeah. I believe these books came out, 1976. So these are pretty old, and for the condition they're in, they're pretty good. So eventually these I will get this graded. Got to. I don't know why I'm not, but I will. Got to get those graded. So thank you so much, Heroes. I think that was it that I got from him. And I picked up another 2 books somewhere. I can't remember everywhere I got because I was like so all over the place. I did pick up the Thundercats. You know, have to pick up some Thundercats. This was a trade dress, but they did have the Virgin. They did have the Virgin. Nice looking. This is issue number 1. More number 1s. I don't know. I mean, we're up to like 7, 8, and they're still coming out with more number 1 copies. I mean, it's number 1's just getting ridiculous. And if you guys didn't know, Nomas was having a sale, also Capture Collectibles. If you came over to the table and you bought some books, I think they had buy 2 get 1 free. And if you did come by and they scanned your badge, if they scanned your badge, they were giving out free Thundercat books. Okay, trade dress. And this was the free book here. This is what they were giving out. And they did give out all the copies that they have for free. It did last, I think, till Saturday. By Saturday, these all free ones were sold out. Given away, I should say. They didn't have any more. So I picked up, my copy. Thundercats trade dress, but looking out for Biggs. I did get him for Jigs. I got a copy for Jigs, so they were free. But not only were they giving out the free ones, they had the Virgin ones that you had to pay for if you wanted it. So had to pick up the Virgin, and these were limited to 400 guys. This one did come with the tags in the back. This is number 388 out of 400. Right there. And I did pay for one for Jigs. I got Jigs one. And 389. 389 of 400. So as you can see, the high numbers that we're getting it in. So I picked up, I got the free one, and I got Jigs, the Virgin one. And this is issue number 8. It's pretty cool because if you really look at the top, you can see Mumra all the way in the top, in the back there, which is pretty cool. Awesome. Nice. It's really, really nice looking cover. So yeah, so I got that. Then I was downstairs in Artist Alley. What was the book? I was downstairs in Artist Alley. I came across a booth, and he had some Thundercats on there, and I had to check it out to take a look. And he had this cover on. And I did not know that it was signed. It was already signed. And it did come with a certificate. And it is signed by Sean Forney, if I pronounce that right. And according to this, it's limited to 1,000. Again, it's an issue number 1 again. I mean, come on, we're up to 8, and they're still coming up with number 1 issues. So I don't know if this is how old this is, but I saw it, I bought it. I did a little shopping when I could. Never know. So at Spectral Comics, I believe, or was it East? I can't remember. I had to pick up some Amazing Spider-Man. I did pick up Amazing Spider-Man number 59. Dope cover right there. But they did have the Virgin, and it is like the white cover here. All right. This one here is a limit of 800. And it did come with a certificate. All right. Amazing Spider-Man art by Areta Mr. Shuro. 738 out of 800. So pick that up. I thought it was pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Then I was downstairs Artist Alley, and I was at Scott Williams' table. And Scott Williams had some great books. I wish I had more money to get more that he had, but I picked up 3 different copies. I picked up X-Men #3 for the cover. Look at that. How awesome that looks. That is badass right there. All right. And it does come with a card in the back. X-Men Foil Edition 3. Pick that one up. Picked up this other great cover at his table. Uncanny X-Men #1. Look at that. Look at that beautiful book right there with all the characters in there. This one also came with a card. Nice. I kind of like the idea of them giving comic cards with this stuff. But this one is probably one of the out of the 3. This is one I really, really like. X-Men #4. Shiny foil. This is like that reprint of the first Mega Red issue. Foil cover. Look at that. It's really nice. It's like the yellow type foil. This one also came with a card. Very nice book. He had at least 2 more different covers that I would love to get. So that was pretty awesome. And the last thing I got at the con, which was a little nightmare to get, I did get my Spawn 357 Peach Momoko signed by man Tom McFarlane. These were limited to 3 per person. They were starting to give it on a Friday morning, which was a little chaos. But the other 2 that I had, I sold one to my man DJ Links, who asked me if I can get him a copy. I didn't know it was going to be that tough to get. And then the second one I had to give to my boy Manny NYC, because my man Manny actually let me confront him, and then he got pushed like all the way to the back of the line and he couldn't get a copy. So I had to hook him up after he hooked me up, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got the space on the line. But I still ended up with one of my copies, and this is to keep, not to sell. So that is my haul, which is pretty short usually. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's short, but for me, usually that's pretty short. Usually I have way more than that, but I think I did pretty good. I could have did a little better. There was some more books I had, but I spend some dough, and I actually hooked up some people at the con, just buying books and giving them away, because I just felt like doing it and just enjoying the con and putting a smile on somebody's face. And that's pretty much my haul from New York Comic Con. Will I be there next year? I have to see what days land on. Hopefully I'm off with my work schedule. I was invited to go to my next con, but I can't make it, but I will. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to look up something real quick. All right, hold on a second. So you guys know, like I said, I work at Cap Non, which is Capture Collectibles Table. I will be showing you their schedule for the next couple of events that they are at, just in case if you guys are going. All right, so can you see that? All right, so there you go. New York Comic Con, these days are over. So as you can see, it started on the 17th to the 20th. The next con they will be at will be October 25th to the 27th, Space Con in San Antonio, Texas. That's right, guys. So if you guys go by their booth, tell them the cat has sent you, BLC. Tell them to stop by. They will take care of you. And, if you want to get your books done, you could drop them off. They'll take care of it. Whatever things you want to sign, they give you great service. All I can tell you, they're grade A people. If you want to drop off your books or get it signed quickly, we give the best service. After San Antonio, Rhode Island, from November 1st to November 3rd, Rhode Island Comic Con. That's right, they will be there. Stop by their booth. Tell them the cat has sent you. This is the con they wanted me to go, but I cannot go. I have, doctor's appointments and stuff. I got things to do. I wish I could, but eventually, when you see all these cons that they'll be at, when I retire in 8 years, hopefully I will be. After Rhode Island, they are going to Fan Expo San Francisco, the 29th to the 30th. That's right. I believe, well, because considering there's 2 days, it's a 2-day con. So I'm guessing the 29th is a Saturday, November 30th is a Sunday. Let me just double check that. I got my calendar right here. Technically, no, it's 29 is a Friday and the 30th is a Saturday. So, that's weird. Friday and Saturday, unless they didn't post the Sunday one. No, I don't see it. No, it just say 2 days. Maybe they did 2 days. I don't know. So I'll take that off. Let's see. Yes, you did pretty good. Yeah, I usually do a lot better. Trust me, there was a lot more books I could have got. My man Chef, what's up, BLC? You're one of the several people who I didn't see that. Yeah, I was there, but I was I was working like a cat that was exhausted on his paws. Let me tell you, I was all over the place. We were doing signings. I worked my butt off at that con. To tell you the truth, for me to just get this little bitty shopping here, this is all I could do. Usually I do a lot better than this, but that's how busy I was. Yeah, I try to meet into a lot of people. I did run into a lot of people. Yes, Chef, you're one of the people that didn't get a chance to bump into. So it was just insane. It was just insane. I can't wait. I'm gonna check to see if I'm off next year. I hope I am. But my next con, I'm not working on my next one. My next one's actually gonna be a con, just to enjoy myself. Hopefully, it's gonna be a Little Giants in New Hampshire. That's all the way in April. Thank God. So I got a tons of break for me to save up some dough and see some shopping. I was nervous to show up in Artist Alley because how many people were there? Well, Artist Alley was typically the way it usually is. It was pretty packed. It had a lot of people, but I did end up going all the way from one side of the con to the other side, believe it or not, to get a signature, 2 signatures for a customer with the customer. Walked all the way from one side of the con to the other side of the con. I was at the high numbers of 3,800. The book they needed was all the way at 1,000. So you can just imagine we walked from one end to the other end. And let me tell you something. The difference between that side of the con and considering my side was a comic book con, you cannot even like walk on the other side. That's where the Funkos and the Amni and all that stuff. That was massively packed over there. That was like, oh my God, I can't believe how much people over there than the comic side. So I felt better when I go back to the comic side, how much room compared to the other side was. That's how bad it was. I heard a fight broke out over the Tom and Funk exclusive. No. I can tell you exactly what happened because that incident actually happened right in front of me. Right in front of me. I was on the line and it happened right in front of me. There was a little confusion. There was no line. People got there early. And you could just picture what's going to happen when everybody's in one area. They tried to form a line. They told them the line had to start at a certain area. The guy brung out and he had a sign that says front line starts here. So when that happened, there was a big, massive push. I got caught up in it. You couldn't fight it. You just had to go with the flow, and everybody was crunched in together. What happened was there was a lady in the crowd, and while everybody was moving, her arm got caught, I guess, behind somebody or between somebody, and she had her jacket in her hand, and it got tangled up in between the people. So she was trying to pull her jacket, next to her, and she couldn't, and she just was trying to get her jacket out, and she just started to yell, let go of my jacket, let go of my jacket, and then her husband showed up and like, who's touching my wife? And there was, some yelling, but there was no fights. There was a little pushing and shoving, but again, that's because the crowd was, pushing together. But once that pushing had stopped and everybody was like in one area not moving, then that was pretty much it. So there was no fighting going on. Nobody threw fists. Just some yelling, a little pushing, and pretty much that was it. Um, there was just a lot of people. Uh, and out of all the exclusives at those cons, out of all the days, that was the only one that had an issue. All the exclusives didn't have to go through that. So I don't know what it was, but maybe it was just a book that they really, really wanted. I don't know what to tell you. I had a small chat when I was in it. Nice dude. He had lots of original work worth minimum $1,200 to $1,000. Oh, listen, I that's way out of my price range, but hey, that's dope. I saw a lot of great artists and artwork that day. Um, but it was just amazing. It was like I said, I just wish I had more time to shop. There was a lot more books that um I would have picked up, but we were super busy. We were busy. We were running around. We were getting books signed left and right. We had artists come to our booth. So I got to meet. We actually had to go downstairs to the celebrities. We had to get an autograph on a poster for a customer for Orlando Bloom, which was pretty cool to actually meet him. Vincent Defano, if I pronounce his name, that's the guy that played Kingpin in Daredevil. He actually stopped by our booth, and was there for a little while. We had Tyler Christopher come by to our booth. John Gans was at our booth. Erod Diaz came to our booth. We had David Sanchez at our booth. We had Curry at our booth. We just had a whole bunch of artists come by, and they were signing. Scott Williams was at our booth. They were doing some signings. Right, the booth right next to us was Clayton Crane. Clayton Crane was right next to us. I mean, it was just crazy. It was just insane just meeting everybody. It was just nuts. I wish I had more spent. Yeah, we all did. We all did. It was crazy. It was nuts. I actually gave a book to my man Mike for him Comics, who gave me a book. I gave him one. I gave one to Justin No Good Comics. He stopped by, gave one. Cup of Comics got one. I picked up some for Jake. So basically, I spend a pretty good, decent amount of money just giving books away. Instead of buying books for myself. So, Drew Man Chew is in the chat. Yo, BLC, what's up, Drew Man Chew? How you doing? So yeah, so that was my what it went. 4 days came, 4 days gone. Let me tell you, I was exhausted. It was something. I've been to New York Comic Cons before, but this one was indeed a busy, crowded. It was amazing. The tickets for New York Comic Con was so fast. It's not even funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The VIP in the 4 days, I think once they went on sale, I think they were sold out within an hour or two. So those tickets were completely gone. Then after that, I believe Saturday was the first 1 day pass that was sold out. Then it was Friday, and then Sunday, and then the last available ticket was Thursday. Now, the thing about the Thursday 1 day pass, typically the regular price for 1 day pass for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any of those days was $75. So you can pick any of those days with $75 a day. They decided to raise the price on Thursday. They went up to $78.50 when it was getting closer to the con. You would think they either would keep the price low or lower it. No, they raised it to $78.50. So when it even got closer to the con, it went from $78.50 to $85. They charged $10 more than usually when they're getting closer to the end. I don't know why they would have just kept it at $75. I'm glad I caught you live, man. Hope you had a great time. Yeah, I had an awesome time. I was working. I was tired. Well, hey, Kenneth Bird, how you doing today from Virginia? Chef, I was upset because they had the crowd entering on 34th Street instead of the front of the building. On 34th Street, 34th Street. Okay, yeah, 34th Street was that the corner one where you have to walk down the side of the building. It's like a downhill, and then you make the turn, chef. Because usually when I go to New York Comic Con, usually that's where usually I enter, because that's usually a way shorter line, because everybody's usually in the front. Usually, like you said, that I think they let everybody in the front of the line, in front, which would be like 38th Street, I think it is. 34th Street was on the other corner. Yeah, usually the one on 34th, which is like right in front, where you directly walk right in through the main entrance and then go downstairs to get online. At 34th Street, you're technically on the corner, and then they have the security there. You scan in, and the alarm, they check your bags and stuff. But then you have to like run like pretty much a half a block, because you have to run from the corner to get to the middle of the block where the entrance is. So you go downstairs to get online, another line, and that's where the line where you're set up on the inside. So that's the only bad thing about the 34th Street is you're at the corner, and then you got to run because people are running past you. So even if you was in the front of the line, they're gonna go right by you to get all the way to the middle of the building to get in. But usually the 34th Street, which is like right there in front, usually the longest line because everybody gets in there. I went to Omni Expo last month for the first time, and they had the crowd enter on 34th Street, which was very unusual. They normally have people entering the front of the building. Yes. Usually the front of the building entrance is where the main people are, and that line's usually ridiculous. I like the longest, but the 34th Street, like I said, I've gone through the 34th Street side, and usually that's a real short line, because really a lot of people don't know about it, or they just go on that side. But pretty much to get in, like through the process of scanning in and going through the metal detectors, pretty much a lot faster. But like I said, once you get there, you already know where the food trucks are. You have to run past the food trucks to get to the main doors, which was near the main entrance to get in to go downstairs. So you pick and choose. If it kind of benefits you if you get there later, where the main entrance line is like down the block and around the corner. You're better off hitting the 34th Street because you'll get in quicker than being on that line, because you're way far in the back. At least you'll get in, scan in, and then you have a chance to get to the door, the main entrance, to get downstairs. And you'll definitely pass a lot of people off from the main entrance from that entrance. So it depends how you look at it. But this year I didn't have to. I had the exhibitor pass, so I didn't have to wait outside, which was a very good thing. So I actually got to walk inside, put my bag down, go to the bathroom, relax, chill, and just take a walk. I didn't have time to do any videos at all, take any snapshots. It was just like too tiring. Just trying to save my energy as much as I could. But yeah, after everything I went through, I'll do it again. I ain't gonna learn my lesson. I was so tired, my back was killing my feet, and I'm ready to do it again. So yeah, my next con, again, is not a working con. I will be at Little Giants, New Hampshire. It's a 1-day show. It's a Saturday, so I will be driving up there Friday, then do the show on Saturday. The next following weekend after that, in April, I would once that con's over, I'll be driving home. The next weekend, I'll be driving from my house to Chicago for C2E2. That con is a 3-day con. That one I will be working again, and hopefully I will be at Terrificon this year. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers. I'll definitely be at Heroes Con in June. So it's a lot of work, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. And that's it, guys. Later on today, around 9 o'clock, I will be going live with my man Spidey Pod Tumblers. I will be doing a giveaway for my members only, members of my channel, be doing just a real giveaway for one of them. So hopefully later on today, I'll probably post another video of on some unboxing of some books that came in, not from the con, which was some of them probably were sold at the con, but I just bought them online, and some of the stuff that I picked up. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell when I go live. You can find me on my IG right there, IGBLC646. And that's it, guys. So enjoy your day. You know, be careful. Good hunting. Happy New Comic Book Day, which I'm not going today because I got no money. And that's it. So, like I always like to say at the end, the cat is out. Peace.